He never got to be as famous as his dad. He probably never wanted to be. Alex Hughes spent nearly 20 years working quietly behind the scenes of English football, scouting talent, building squads, making the game better for players whose names ended up in the headlines instead of his. On June 19th, that career and that life ended without warning. He was 38 years old. In this video, we're remembering Alex Hughes, son of Manchester United and Wales legend Mark Hughes, his career in football, the condition that took his life, and the tributes now coming in from a football community that clearly considered him one of their own. Let's get into it. Alex Hughes didn't choose football from a distance. He grew up inside it. His father, Mark Hughes, was one of the most feared strikers of his generation, a Manchester United legend, a European Cup Winners' Cup hero, capped 72 times for Wales between 1984 and 1999, and later a Premier League manager at 9 different clubs. Growing up in that world meant Alex understood the game at a level most people never get close to, long before he ever had a job in it. He did try his hand at playing professionally, with brief spells at Stockport County and Wrexham, but his path forward wasn't going to be on the pitch. It was going to be in the analysis, the recruitment, and the decision-making that shapes a football club from behind the scenes, and it turned out he was very good at exactly that. Alex's career in football operations started in 2007 at Blackburn Rovers, where he worked as the club's sole performance analyst. At the time, his father happened to be the manager. A year later, he followed Mark to Manchester City in 2008, joining as a recruitment analyst at one of the most consequential moments in the club's history. Right as Sheikh Mansour's takeover was reshaping City into a global force. From there, Alex kept building his own path. In 2010, he moved to London to become head of analysis at Fulham. Then he went further still, spending several years in Portugal working within a private academy system, learning a side of the game that most English football staff never get exposure to. When he came back, he shifted into player representation, spending roughly a decade as an agent, negotiating deals and building relationships across the sport. Later in his career, he moved back into club operations, taking on director of football roles at National League side AFC Fylde and then Morecambe, before joining Grimsby Town in 2025 as their player recruitment lead. Colleagues there described him as immediately well-liked, someone who fit into the fabric of the club fast. Grimsby's head coach David Artell put it simply after his death, Alex was such a good guy. Alex Hughes died from what's known as sudden adult death syndrome, or SADS. It's a term used specifically when a post-mortem examination finds the heart itself looks structurally normal, and yet a cause of death still can't be pinpointed. According to the British Heart Foundation, SADS usually happens when a dangerously abnormal heart rhythm develops and goes untreated, eventually leading to cardiac arrest. The frightening part is exactly what's implied there. It often produces no obvious warning signs at all. The person shows nothing unusual, feels nothing unusual, until suddenly they're gone. In the UK alone, SADS is estimated to affect around 500 people every year, frequently otherwise healthy adults with no known heart condition. Alex Hughes died on June 19th of this year. He was 38. Mark and Jill Hughes released a statement describing themselves as totally heartbroken by the sudden and unexpected loss of our beloved son. Mark also shared a fuller statement through the League Managers Association, and it's worth hearing in his own words. Alex was a wonderful son, brother to Curtis and Zena, devoted husband and father to Jessica and their 2 beautiful children, Sebastian and Leonardo. Alex was player recruitment lead at Grimsby Town FC and had many good friends and colleagues. He will be so deeply missed by us all. He was a husband to Jessica, a father to 2 young boys, Sebastian and Leonardo, a brother to Curtis and Zena. Behind every job title on his resume, that was the life he was actually building. And it's the part of this story that makes his death hit hardest. Grimsby Town released their own statement calling him a valued and highly respected member of the club, expressing that everyone there was devastated to learn of his sudden and unexpected passing. It's the kind of tribute that gets written a lot in football, but by every account, in this case, it wasn't just formality. People who worked with Alex Hughes genuinely liked him. Alex Hughes spent his career in the parts of football that fans rarely think about: the scouting reports, the recruitment meetings, the quiet work of building a squad long before it ever steps onto a pitch. He didn't have his father's name in lights, and by most accounts, he didn't need it to. He built his own reputation, club by club, over nearly 2 decades, and left behind colleagues at 6 different organizations who clearly respected him. He leaves behind his wife, Jessica, his sons Sebastian and Leonardo, his parents, Mark and Jill, and siblings Curtis and Zena. Football lost someone who helped shape it from the inside, A family lost a husband and a father without a single warning sign. Rest in peace, Alex Hughes.